By now, you've heard the stories of female athletes saying how it's unfair to be forced to compete against trans athletes for obvious reasons. But now coaches are giving their take on that issue, including volleyball coach Rhyen Staley, I should say, who writes, as both a men's and women's volleyball coach for over 25 years for grade school, high school, and college teams, I have seen firsthand the way in which allowing men to compete against women would upend the game as we know it.
Very well said. And Coach Staley joins us now, as does former NCAA champion swimmer and co-founder of Icons, Marcy Smith. Coach, I'm going to start with you here. Again, you've seen it firsthand. Tell us what you've observed and why you've decided to speak out at this time.
In my experience, and I've worked with, and I appreciate you having me on today. I've coached grade school girls from 5th grade all the way to Division I women's, and I've also coached men from Division I on down. And there is a huge difference in the physicality of the males versus the females, especially after they leave, like let's say 3rd grade, for example, when puberty starts to hit. And what we've seen in just data alone in 2021, they did a study on testosterone suppression, and they found that it was 5% at max was the loss of physical ability by males. And so when you see an athlete like what we see here in the video from North Carolina, where a male athlete hits Peyton McNabb in the head, that's, from a technical analysis, that's a average male athlete hitting that ball, right, maybe to a below male average athlete. And so when you start to interject higher tiered athletes into the game, you're going to see the injury rate amongst the females go up.
Yeah, I had girls that did play in high school, and their first thought when they saw that was the girl wasn't playing defense very well. Her hands should have been up, but I think what happened is the male moves much quicker than the average female would to the ball, so she may not have been ready. But I've seen this firsthand also. I've seen men play against women. Everything you're saying is true. And Marcy, there's a reason they have separate leagues for men and women in all sports.
Absolutely. I mean, there is a difference in every single sport. This week I was in Arizona with the superintendent, Tom Horn, basically defending the rights of girls in the state to continue to have fair competition for reasons like this. Peyton McNabb is a high school athlete, and although I was a collegiate swimmer, most women do not go on to the collegiate level. So the majority of development and the peak of success is really found in grade school and in high school. And these girls don't only deserve to participate, but they deserve the right to win in their sports. We're seeing this week, there's many state track and field championships where there are multiple boys competing across the country in the states that do not offer a fair and safe sport to their female athletes.
Yeah, and just before we go, I did want to bring this up because, Rhyen, you did mention how even with testosterone, in particular reducing drugs, the difference is not that much. And I just want to show you this. The NIH actually released a study last August, we should have the graphic here, actually showing the significant physical differences. This isn't the one. The significant physical differences, the biological difference that men who were born men or males at birth, even after hormone therapy, they still have a significant advantage over biological females between, again, you see the brain, heart size, stroke volume, lung capacity. So again, this is simply coming down to science, Rhyen. Why are people choosing to ignore science for this issue? We just have a few seconds left.
Because of fairness. I mean, in their mind, they see it as fair. But we know it's not fair. It's not fair to females that their injury rate goes up. It's not fair to females that they're losing spots on the podium to biological males. And it's not fair that they're missing out on future opportunities, whether it be scholarships or access to universities or even future jobs. Yeah. So they view it as fairness, but it's in their mindset, and that's why they are able to suspend reality in order to put that into play.
Yeah. Again, you got to go with the the science
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Thank you, Marcy, so much. We know you've gone through this firsthand. And Coach Staley, thank you for saying what a lot of people think is common sense.
Being honest.
And by the way, there might be a bear behind you. So just
I was thinking, don't poke the bear. I was thinking of different ways to go, but we won't poke you. All right. Thank you both so much.